night, and I'm going to wait to see if the screen catches up to me with the delay here. So as soon as y'all see me, hopefully y'all give me a 5x5 and we'll be good to go. I see the wheels spinning, so let's see what we got. Jacob's telling me 5x5, so my computer's obviously slower than you guys, so I guess you're hearing me. Jacob's telling me 5x5, so my computer's obviously slower than you guys, so I guess you're hearing me. Jacob's telling me 5x5, so my computer's obviously slower than you guys, so. There we go. Might help if I shut the volume off on the computer so I can read the chat. All right. Good evening, everybody. We made it to Tuesday. So, start with housekeeping as all. Hope you all saw the video this morning. I know I had countless comments and everything like that. So, was a lot of fun yesterday. We got all the food donated, and obviously I got a little emotional with it, but really important that we did all that. And I was just thrilled to share everything that you guys had done to get it out there. A couple of things about it that I didn't mention in the video. We forgot that we also put 24 quarts of pea soup in there, so that was also there. So something else good for everybody to eat. Don't know about y'all, but I love pea soup, so it was a good deal. And then when I was talking to the director afterwards, after I composed myself a little bit, she was so thankful. She said usually the line is about 2 hours long when they do a food drive. And mind you, there's only 19,000 people in my county. So that'll kind of give you an idea of, the need, if you will, that's here. So that was all a good thing. In case any of you saw the comments today on some of the videos, no pressure, guys, but just thought I'd let you know. I had $70 worth of donations come through PayPal after we had already made the food drop, and obviously that money's not for me. So I figured what we do tonight is, if anybody cares to donate, we will do it all for Toys for Tots tonight. I tracked it down today. This was kind of fun, getting a hold of the Marine Corps. Marine Corps got me a hold of somebody in Knoxville, who got me a hold of somebody else, who finally got me a hold of the Union County Courthouse. And when I called them today, they all said that they had distributed toys this weekend and didn't have enough toys for all the kids, for all the requests that came in. So they were really excited that we may be able to bring in a little bit to them. So I'm hoping if we get any donations tonight, I will go shopping tomorrow, and you guys will get another video of dropping off toys this time. The other thing, if you saw in the Monday video, just so y'all know what YouTube's take is on super chats, YouTube takes 37.5%. So they hacked us for, what was it, $187 of the super chats on Saturday night. Kevin, thank you for starting everything off. So if you guys want to donate, if you can do it this way, it's up to you. I'm not going to ask anybody to do anything either way. My PayPal link and my CashApp link are underneath the video screen here. PayPal and CashApp only take like 3%, so a lot more of the money can go where y'all are wanting it to go. So that being said, noticed I have a couple of my moderators in here. Mayberry Homestead's here. I saw Indiana Prepper. Indiana Prepper just kicked $20 in, so there we go. So cool. Thank you very much. So we will get some more going here. But hopefully this week we don't have the trolls like we did the other day, or I think it was last Tuesday when we had the trolls. Maybe it was Saturday. I don't know. The days just run together anymore. So, but we'll get this off. So, okay. As per normal, let's do rapid fire Q&A. I don't have a whole lot to go in housekeeping today, so that was pretty much it. If you guys want to ask questions, please put them in all caps so I can read them. And I'm going to wear my voice out again. Thank you, Patty, for the contribution. Do appreciate that. And we are off and running here. And I saw Indiana Prepper made it off. He started off the challenge. So, okay, we'll have some fun this way. All right. So I'm going to scroll back up here and Ben Affleck, can we set up electronic check via your email so we get the full load? I don't know how to do that. It'd be a great idea. I mean, the buck or two that PayPal takes out of something, like I said, they take like 3.2% or something like that. It's not significant, but it's YouTube, us funding them like Google needs any more money, right? But that's what it is. Okay, so Scott, we be clubbing. Yep. Joel, let's get the likes up and thank you. I saw you on another page today, Joel. I watched so many different ones. I was cruising around and I found a channel that I'd never seen before. And there you were. So see you making rounds. Joel's, thank you. Also want to thank you, Joel's Goldstein there, for having my back on one comment today or yesterday it was, where they were kind of dogging on me, and I appreciate the fact that you had my back on that one. So thank you very much for that. Prepping outside the box in the house. Good to see you, Josh. Let's see what else we got going. Okay, hello. Trust in God. I heard you were a mail order husband. Did your wife pay a straight fee or pay by the pound? No, I had to pay her. That was the only way she'd have me. So, it's like you get some guy like me, it's like, forget it. So, she must have done something really wrong in life to get stuck with a guy like me, but hey, that's just the way it is. Okay, just scrolled away there. What was this one? The girl who used to have really long hair. Now, there's a name for you. Did you see Roy Powder QA's latest video? And if so, what'd you think about it? No, because I'm not even sure who Roy Potter is. I guess that's somebody else I'm going to have to go check out. Mad Shad, how many dogs do I have? 2. I've got a Border Collie and a Corgi. And my Corgi's a rescue, so that was fun. We actually drove 6 hours to rescue him when we got him. But he's an absolute adorable dog. Both of them are. Let's see what else we got. Look at me all being modest. No, I'm just being honest. This is me. I'm not some hard ass, guys. I think you pretty much figured that one out by this time already. Let's see where we got. 2. Okay. Where are we? Well, looking. Reset. Yeah. Trust me, trying to find my Mrs. Pinball wanted a Corgi her whole life. Okay. And so when we moved to Vegas, I decided, okay, we now had the house with the fenced in yard and everything like that. So it's like, okay, we could get a second dog. We already had the Border Collie. And so I had looked for the Corgi, as a Corgi rescue. Ironically, we had moved from Salt Lake City to Las Vegas. And I found the Corgi back in Salt Lake City. So it was like a couple of months after we moved to Vegas. I think it was like less than 2 months. We had to drive all the way back to Salt Lake City, 6 hours, pick up the dog, spent half an hour picking up the dog and driving all the way back. Made the round trip in 1 day. So that was a lot of driving that day. But yes, so we rescued a Corgi. There's a long story for him. But he was close to being put down, and so we were able to rescue him. So that was great. So, and like I said, he's the sweetest little dog. So all good there. North Shore, you're in the house. Yeah, we got another throwdown. This one we're doing Toys for Tots tonight. So that's where we're going there. Jacob, Corgis are super love bugs. There you go. Yeah, he's just a big fuzzball. And loud. He loves to bark. Okay. Which makes him a good guard dog in that respect. The other one, the Border Collie, is the one who will go after somebody. So, Tambo, do I get snow where I am? Last year, we got about 2 inches. This year, we've already had enough to cover the grass once. It was 28 degrees this morning. It does get cold enough here to snow, and it will stick. But it doesn't last long because then it warms up enough, and it's usually gone by lunch. The snow we got a week or so ago, that actually stayed for a day, and the dogs had a ball in it. Okay. As for getting cold enough to stick to the road, no. The big worry that we have here is, I guess, about every 4 or 5 years, they get a bad ice storm that will shut everything down because we're far enough south. They don't have snow removal equipment and ice removal equipment. So just have to wait for it to melt. So if we get an ice storm, I'm stuck in the house, but I think we've all got a lot of practice being stuck in the house right now. So not a big deal. Where are we going? TJ's in the house. Prepper Nerd is in the house. C-Max, one of my moderators, welcome again. I'm looking for questions. Nick Leonard, Freedom Gather here. Oh, wanted to give you a great story about Freedom Gathering, guys. Got an email from one of our subscribers. Was it Voodoo Queen Herbalism, I think it is. She had been passing out these flyers to the point to where there is actually a rally going on down in one of the counties that she's at that she actually pretty much organized with getting the flyers out. So we are having some success, guys. So, good deal there. So, but again, that's all based on her efforts and she made it happen. So thank you very much. Let's see, where flies on by here. And where are we back? Let's see. There's Voodoo Queen Herbalism. It says she has 6 rescues. They keep her hopping. Yeah, there we go. I got 1 rescue and 2 dogs. So Tambo, haven't gotten any here in Lansing, Michigan. I'm assuming it's snow. Tambo, I'll give you this. I actually went to school at Michigan State for 1 year, and then I was sent to the Army, but that was it. So I kind of know the area, but God knows that was 1985. Let's see, where are we? Okay, looking for capitals. And is there any way, Risa Hansen, is there any way Trump pulls this off? It's still possible. The 6 states that are questionable, if you saw today, I mean, obviously we had all the certification of the electors, but the 6 states that are in question all sent electors from both parties. So like Arizona sent 11 for Biden, they sent 11 for Trump. So it's still up in the air. And as much as the mainstream media wants to, just dictate that Biden won, it ain't over yet, guys. I'm not going to believe it until Biden's there, with his hand on the book of Satan saying, I do solemnly swear. But, until then, I don't care what the TV says or anything like that. So, Indiana Prepper, how much land am I sitting on? I've got 3 acres. Patty, did I hear anything on the new UK virus? Heard this yesterday, that there is a 4th strain now of COVID that hits southern England. So, again, they want to give everybody the shot. And then it's like, now we already know. It's like, oh, you have to have the first shot. You have to have the second shot. But then they're going to go, well, but you now need to get a shot for the 2nd strain and the 3rd strain and the 4th strain. And God knows how many you are. And, by the time all's said and done, you're going to look like a pincushion if you take this thing. So there's also something in my video that will be up in the morning that I want you all to take a look at. I can't talk about it because I'll get dinged again. But I mention it in the video, and then there's a link to the video that I want you all to look at. That came to me from a subscriber the other day, and I did a little bit of research on this, and you guys really might want to look into this, okay? So, that's not a tease for tomorrow. It's just I want everybody to make sure they know to look in the description for a video link, because that one's important to see, and I can't talk about it. Northern Girl Hobbies asked what I plan to do with the animals in SHTF. They're my kids, okay? They will be right by my side, and I will protect them with every breath I have. So, they will be right here with me. No, I will protect them to the end. James, where did I get that sweatshirt? I believe I got this one at Rural King. So, okay. Yes, it says land of the free. You can't see it. Land of the free and home of the brave. There you go. So, in good old Army green. Go figure. Uh, Judy, California is recalling the governor. Okay, so I mean, what? You got enough signatures and Newsom could feasibly be gone? You mean there are that many sane people left in California? I mean, I'll believe it when I see him walk him out in handcuffs. But I mean, even for you to say that gives me a little bit of hope. Let's see, where are we? Okay, I got that one, got that one. Thank you, C-Max. Make sure to follow me on Pinball, or make sure to follow me Pinball. Follow me on Rumble too. Yeah, there you get my uncensored brain. So it's a little more rough around the edges, but I can talk about significantly more things. So Nancy Pelosi's past her expiration date. Well, she got enough wine in her and martinis. I mean, she'll be like what's his name? Keith Richards. You know, she's fermented for good. She'll live to be 170. Shauna, thank you for the donation. In case you didn't hear, and I don't know how long you've been here, everything we're getting tonight's going for Toys for Tots. We're going to get a bunch more Christmas presents for some kids around here. So, down in Boddington Farm, just bottled my first batch of wine from the recipe. Housemate now likes wine. Does anybody know Prepper 21? I was cruising through YouTube today and I actually found a video of his from November 23rd where he said he was making it and it was halfway done. So I want to hear from this guy how he likes it because his should be done. So, and when anybody finishes fermenting it and everything like that, let me know. Shoot me an email. Put it in the comments somewhere. Tell me what you think. Okay. Personal note: I like the grape better than I like the peach, but which is surprising because I'm more of a white wine drinker for store-bought wine. Northern Girl Hobbies. How do I keep the barkers from barking? I don't. It's a good thing they bark. Because nobody comes anywhere near the house without me being alerted real quick. So sometimes it gets a little irritating if I'm on the phone or if I'm doing a video. I can't tell you how many times I've had to reshoot a video because all of a sudden it's woof. But no, I don't want them to not bark, if you will. Okay, where are we going here? Shauna, you have an Anatolian Shepherd, part of my preps. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Liberty Bell. I'm drinking my first batch of pinball wine right now. Fabulous. How do you like it? Heather. Yeah, well, I'm glad. I got that a lot of people. The onion joke was kind of funny. You know, obviously I was in tears at the end and, you know, apparently I made a lot of you guys cry and I'm hoping it was all tears of happiness because for me, that was one of the best feelings to do that yesterday. And I mean, Mrs. Pinball was playing the video that she had taken on the way back. And when she was playing that clip, I was driving and crying. So Klingon Princess, thank you for the donation there. Tinkerer's Wife, checking out the live thanks to North Shore. Yeah, Sean seems to be making the rounds lately. So got to say thank you to Sean. He's really put a fire under a lot of people here to get some things going and stuff like that. So, and I got to repay the favor to him. So you're welcome, buddy. But I want to see your video on you making the donations too. Let's see. Okay. Somebody said Eduardo is a troll. I can't say anything about that. I don't know. Bob Mills just put it in mason jars today. I don't drink wine, but it was delicious. Good. Pretty easy, huh? You know, not too tough. Yeah. Fauci says the dumbest things. Yeah, well, wear a mask, don't wear a mask, wear a mask. It's, you know, not contagious inside. It is contagious inside. You can't get it by breathing on somebody. You can. It's like, you know, the guy shouldn't be, you know, part of the National Institute of Health or whatever. Should be a weatherman, you know, or a stock analyst. Hell, if you're right 50% of the time, you're successful. You know, wrong 50% of the time too. So flip a coin. Keith Richards is the man. Okay, I could name probably a couple dozen guitarists I think that are better, but we'll not get into that again. Prepper 21, you are here. Okay, I saw your video today from November 23rd that you made the line, and it was you had a couple of jars sitting there. It looked like it was in front of your refrigerator. What'd you think? It's got to be done by now. So, CMAX, did I see Hillary's tweet? She's calling for the Electoral College to about. I'm calling for Hillary to be abolished. Okay, you know Hillary, George Soros, everything like that. You know, somebody put them on a boat with all our guns and sink it. Okay, that'd be great. Liz, did I see Indiana Prepper's video this morning about the jab effect? That was hilarious. Okay, love that. So very, very creative, Indiana Prepper. I love that one there. Janelle, bless you for donating. Okay, thank you. We're starting to tally up here so we can get something going here. This is sounding good. Keith Richards died 20 years ago. No one told him yet. Well, yeah, that'd be about it. So did Rolling Stones, but nobody's told them either. What do we got? Yeah, Joseph, Indiana Prepper's video was funny as hell. No kidding. Let's see. Where else are we going in here? Did I miss any going over the top here? I know something scrolled by. KD, did I watch the first vax being administered? You know, the funny part is it depends on what either news venue or whatever. I've seen a black woman was the first one. I've seen an old white woman was the first one. I've seen a nurse was the first one. So, you know, this will tell you how much fake news is out there. They can't even count to one. So, you know, there's only one person to be first, but God knows these weren't the same people I saw. So, Mossy Rock, Mad Chad, Mossy Rock, Washington, mayor refuses to lock down. Good. I sent something to Prepper Nerd today. I don't know if he was able to get it up on the website or figure out what to do with it. But somebody had sent me a video about a guy in a hardware store in Maryland. And where, I mean, he was basically telling the cops, no, I'm not going to shut down. And the Department of Health is telling him to shut down. It's either a year in jail or $5,000 fine. So I tried to get a hold of this guy. He hasn't replied yet. I mean, I don't know if he will. But this guy was taking, you know, just all sorts of shit from the cops. And the cops are like, I'm just doing my job and everything like that. Well, yeah, so is the SS, but, you know, that's beside the point. All right, where are we going here? I will scroll back because I think I got here. Yeah, maybe they were counting the first in their state from Southern Kentucky Prepper. Yeah, but this is national news. Okay, it's, you know, that maybe, I don't know. Oh God, somebody said prepping 101. Whitmer wants a mask mandate even with the vax. I've heard that even Biden is calling for people after they get the vax to even wear a mask for another year or two. Okay, I don't think the American public wants to handle another week or two of this. There ain't no damn way we're wearing a mask for another year or two. I'm not wearing one, period. I just refuse to. Yeah, now we wait for the I am legend effect. We the people prepping. So I was telling Mrs. Pinball today, I said, okay. I said, they've given the first shots. I said, in a week from now, when all these people start coming up with all these side effects, how are they going to cover this up? Because they were given, I forget where it was. I want to say it was England, but I'm not sure. But like 40% of the people that were getting the shots last week were having side effects. You know, I find it very telling that the CEO of Pfizer has not gotten the shot yet. You know, ironically, who knows? You know, he's, it's got to go to the first responders first, dude. Your company put this together. You should be the guinea pig, not the doctors and the nurses. Okay, you're the one that pushed this on all of us. Let's see what else we got. I hate when this thing bounces on me. Okay, Leah, damn it. Can I explain the executive order and the budget ordeal? Okay, so Friday is a big day here for the government. First off, we've all been through this before. It happens every year. The governmental budget expires on Friday. Literally means that if the Congress does not pass some sort of stopgap matter to continue funding the government, come Saturday morning, all federal everything is shut down. The government's not paying any bills. It means no federal employees, state parks closed, blah, 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 blah. Okay. In regards to the executive order, that's where it gets a little sticky. This is on the election or foreign interference in American elections. This is the executive order that Trump signed back in 2018, and all the Democrats thought they were kind of, he was protecting himself, and actually he had the foresight to know that they were the one doing it in the first place. So this is where the deal is about prosecuting people that collaborate with foreign entities, Russia, China, Iran, whoever it would be, prosecuting them for crimes against the country. And if you saw in the news today, there's hints right now that Governor Kemp in Georgia and the Secretary of State in Georgia may be prosecuted under this. So that there's some teeth to this. We got to see what happens, but it's just kind of rolling out here. What the Friday deadline is, I'm not sure if that's when it expires or how that all works, but Friday's a deadline in there somehow. Yeah, Sean, well, I was shopping at China Mart. Every 15 minutes over the loudspeaker, they were saying masks are mandatory. First off, congratulations for spending more than 15 minutes in that store. I can't get out of there fast enough, okay? And second off, every time I go in, I just walk right past the Gestapo at the front door. And I'm like, one time they asked me if I wanted a mask. I was like, nope, just kept on going. But, at least at mine, they're not pushing it, okay? Who said that? I'm sorry, guys. I'm reading something, and as soon as another comment pops in, it just jumps to the bottom already. Yeah, Indiana Prepper, all governors that are shutting things down need to take the vax first. I agree, okay? But like we all said a couple of weeks ago, who knows if they don't just take a shot of saline and say, hey, I got it, Yeah, see, masks are made in China. Yeah, I'm not buying that. There's a great comment somebody made on somebody else's video today. It's amazing that you can wear this mask, but if you can smell smoke or you can smell a fart, then obviously that tells you the mask isn't working. It's a good point, okay? So, Mayberry, yes, again, please make donations through the Cash App or PayPal. YouTube takes 37.5% of everything we get. So, and that's not just me, guys. That's any YouTube channel. Anytime you super chat them, that's what happens. So just so you know that, you're funding the people that are basically working against us anyway by doing it. So, Val Robinson, never have really gotten back to the public about the 3 people who were vaccinated in England. All 3 were elderly. Isn't that amazing? You think they'd be parading these people around going, look, it works, look, it works. We don't hear anything. Why? Because they're probably all in ventilators. No, I'm speculating on that. Okay, but it amazes me how, why do we need a cheering section? Rah, 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 get this shot. Seriously? I mean, if it's so good, everybody should want to take it. Why do they have to throw all this propaganda at us? Obviously a lot of people don't trust it. My choice. I'll use their line. My body, my choice. What? That doesn't work if you're a conservative? It's only if, hey, sorry. What else do we got? Tin Man, I'm allergic to the vax. There you go. Like that. Sorry, I'm allergic to having aborted fetal body parts stuck in my arm. So, yeah, me too. James, anybody been canning lately? I'm doing 20 pounds of turkey and 10 pounds of ham. Got a great deal on the meat. There you go. I was canning Jardinero over the weekend. So that was me. But, I think I said it before on Saturday. All you guys in Chicago know what that is. So let's see, what do we got? Da, 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 da. Do you think we'll see arrests soon? Uh, Here's my issue with it. This is, kind of going back to what I was saying about the hardware store owner in Maryland. Can you imagine the backlog on the court system if they start arresting people who aren't wearing masks, who open their businesses? I mean, logistically, they can't do it. There aren't enough cops to do it. Colleen Noir was doing a story today. I guess there's some county in California who has now made it mandatory that if you have any firearms in your home, they are locked up at all times, okay? Either in a safe or with a trigger lock on it, okay? So it makes it pretty useless for self-defense, okay? But, and now I just completely lost train of thought. But my question was, on his video, I said, how in the hell are they going to enforce something like that? Literally, are they going to have the sheriff go knock on every door and say, hello, Mrs. Jones, do you have any firearms in your house? Can I see them? And Mrs. Jones is going to say, no. I mean, are they literally going to get a court order to go into everybody's house, or are they going to violate the Constitution and just barge in? So, this is typical Democrats who can't think past here. You can write some law. How in the hell are you going to enforce it? You can't arrest every person that's not wearing a mask. I mean, the two little towns by me, I mean, I don't know what the jail capacity is. Good for me, I've never been in them. But with the size of the town, I can't think the jail holds maybe more than 10 people, okay? Walk into Walmart at any time and there's more than 10 people not wearing a mask. I mean, can you see the cops going, yeah, paddy wagon out in front of every business? It just can't be done. I mean, this is the stupidity of this. They spend all this time and money writing laws that can never be enforced. So, okay, I'm going back along here. Let's see. Brian 02323. And I don't know how long a question is. I mentioned that earlier. That's one of the topics in my video tomorrow. Okay. And I can't talk about it here. I know I will get dinged instantly. So watch the video tomorrow, and then the testimony, as you talk about, is the video that I put in there. So let's just put it this way. I'm still researching it, but I'm thinking this is basically the way to go. Let's see, where we got here. Prepping 101, military court trials. Well, that we have to have MLaw first, and before that happens. And if it has to happen, it has to happen. It might. I will say I'm not looking forward to it, but if it does, I still think that would be, not going to be on a nationwide level. That's going to be on a local level. I mean, a Philadelphia, a Minneapolis, a Chicago, a New York, probably, Podunk, Tennessee, where I am. No, just not worth it to them. Okay. C-Max, okay, I'm guessing Patriot Sandwich Maker said, what's the topic? There never is a topic on mine. It's whatever you guys want to talk about. I kind of tell you what I think on it, and we go on to the next question. So it's rapid fire every time, and my head's spinning by the end of it. So let's see what we got. Ben Affleck, finally somebody said something about the way too many asterisks, so I don't know what the B word is there. It's time just doing my job. That's a flimsy excuse. Okay. If you're talking about what I said about the cops and the hardware store in Maryland, yeah. Gray Man, sorry you're late, didn't get a notification. Seems to be a whole lot of that going around for everybody. I'm not getting notifications. People are getting unsubscribed. I mean, we're all getting played with. We know it. So, oh yeah, Pete Rock, good job, North Shore. You caught him. He's a troll. What do we got? Tried to copy and paste your PayPal. Yep, that would be right, Southernmost Illinois. That is correct. Do. Holy shades, I just discovered the scream. Do you think people should wear a mask? I think that is completely up to you. Okay. 100% a matter of choice. If you feel safer with it, wear one. If you have underlying medical conditions where it's going to help, get an N95 mask, don't wear one of these silly paper ones they give you at Walmart or anything like that, or a bandana. I mean, those are useless. But I think that's completely up to an individual, as long as they're wearing the correct masks. I mean, the running joke is, oh, I've got to wear a mask, so I get a pair of fishnet pantyhose and put that over my face. Okay, technically you have a mask on, right? Okay. But again, this should be a matter of personal choice. Okay. We've heard both sides. Oh, the mask isn't there to protect the person who's wearing it. It's to protect the person that they're talking to. Except then the next day you hear, no, the mask is there to protect you. Okay. Well, it can only be if you're wearing a mask, I should be protected, correct? If I'm not wearing one, by the logic. So that's just kind of what we got going on there. It should be everybody's choice. I'm trying to scroll around, guys. That's where I was. Was I part of PsyOps? No, I was part of human intelligence. Okay, so as an interrogator, no, I wasn't psychological operations. Bradford Homestead, madness of M Law will be worth it to clean up the swamp. I don't know what it's going to take to clean up the swamp, but it somehow, some way, we got to go in there with a big push broom and clear everybody out and start putting in people. This is again my personal opinion, who work for a living, common man, like the way the government was set up in the first place. It was a non-payable job. The people went, maybe you got something. Okay, it wasn't a career position. You went, you did your business, you went back home to your regular job, and we need term limits. Everybody says I'm a little bit too light on this, but I've 8 years for House of Representatives, 12 years for Congress, or 12 years for Senate. That way, you want to be in government, you can spend 20 years there. If you want to do something after those 20 years, you can go run for governor, you can go run for president. But this, I've been in government for 47 years and accomplished nothing shit has got to stop. Okay. James, how many people will get the vaccine worldwide by percentage? I don't know worldwide, and of course it depends on where you get the information now. ABC said today that 80% of Americans want the vaccine. However, I see multiple other sources that say 59% want the vaccine. So, and ABC is, notoriously liberal. So I'll believe the roughly 60% of the people that want it. How many get it? That's going to be the question. There's going to be a tough decision for a lot of people out there. Get the shot, keep your job. And I mean, that question, that should be discriminatory, in my opinion. And I work in the employment industry. Okay. Because now the way I look at it is you're discriminating against me based on a medical decision I'm making. That's illegal. Okay. So you cannot discriminate against somebody for any sort of medical reason. And my personal thought is my choice on taking the shot, that's a medical reason. So we'll see. I can pretty much guarantee the first time that winds up in court, that's going all the way to the Supreme Court. So we'll see what happens. But you know how long that takes. And by then the person's been out of work for 2 years, and who knows if they already lost their house. Okay. Cruising on along here. Where was that? Did it again. Jameson has said my phone is vibrating. Yeah, that's people that have kicked in over to PayPal. So it's got to come somehow. I didn't shut it off vibrate because just in case there's an emergency in my family, I need to have some way of them getting a hold of me. But I apologize for the vibration. Where are we going on along here? Yeah, Tennessee Tactical. A lot of people don't want it. ABC's numbers are skewed. Does that surprise you? I mean, George Stephanopoulos was the press secretary for Bill Clinton, so it's not like a big surprise that they're left-leaning jackwads. What do we got here? Okay, prepping 101. Thoughts on a Vax card? I did a video on this, week and a half ago. It's called Papers, Please. And I was kind of comparing what they were talking about, a Vax card, and my wife's experience in Russia and the Soviet Union, where you literally had an internal passport. And to give you this one, I was there. We took a train trip from Moscow to St. Petersburg. It's about a 4-hour high-speed train trip. Okay. But me being the American, obviously I had to show my American passport to go. But her being the Russian citizen at the time, had to show her internal passport to go from city to city so the government could track where a citizen went. That's what I think will happen if we have this vaccine card, freedom pass, whatever the hell they talk about, is, it's going to start looking like Europe, where it's like, oh, you want to drive into Kentucky, and there'll be a gate at the Kentucky border, and I'm going to have to show my vaccine card or my freedom pass or whatever that allows me to go in. Okay, violation of the Constitution, but the Constitution never gets in the way of the Democrats anyway. So, yeah, Gray Man Prepping. If paper will be mass produced on the black market, they won't be paper. It's like you're going to get a band or whatever that's going to have a chip in it. Again, this is all the microchipping us. They're probably not going to be able to get away with, like you microchip your dog and giving it a shot, but you're going to have, like in the movie Songbird, you're going to have a band, and that'll be microchipped, and it'll say, yes, you had the shot. Because like I told y'all in a video before, if you do get the shot, the CDC is notified that you got the shot. Okay, I confirmed that with the VA when I was there last week. I have the paperwork to prove it. All right, so if anybody tells you no, that it's just you and me that know, that's bullshit. Everybody that gets the shot, it's being reported to the CDC. So there is going to be a record of it with the government. Let's see, where are we? If Texas were to secede, would other states follow suit? Ghost Prepper. Yes, it would have to. Okay. And again, I've gone into constitutionality on how this would have to happen multiple times. The only way Texas is going to be able to secede is if you have a whole bunch of other states that go with them. Okay. Which would pretty much be the entire Midwest, the Great Plains, the entire Deep South. So, probably all the way up to the Ohio River Valley. So you pretty much have New England left, maybe a little bit down the coast. The issue that you're going to get bigger with that is you're going to have some states that would probably split. Okay, Virginia, for example, Illinois outside of Chicago, and then, like I keep saying to everybody, New Mexico and Arizona are the big wild cards, because if Arizona goes blue, they'll all go to the communist state of California. If New Mexico stays red, then New Mexico has no border with any other communist state. So it'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. But yeah, if Texas does secede, you're going to have a whole bunch of other states that are going to want to get on board. Feasibly, the only way that secession will happen is if there's an overthrow of the government. Though it's constitutionally, it take an act of God to do it. I mean, like I said before, for a state to secede, you need 2/3 of the House, 2/3 of the Senate, and then 3/4 of the states in a constitutional convention to approve a state to secede. Otherwise, sorry, and you're not going to get 38 states that are going to say, yes, Texas, you can leave. Becky Reed, do they really know anything about the virus? They change their mind all the time. Welcome to politics, okay? This isn't a medical issue, guys. That's the problem. This is a political issue, okay? This is a bad case of the flu. When you test the shot on healthy people, congratulations. It doesn't do any good. Test it on somebody who's got it and see if it gets rid of it. Then we'll talk. Where else are we going here? Da, 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 da. Greg Beaudry, thoughts on the cyber pandemic about to happen? 33,000 government and civilian entities infiltrated via SolarWinds Red Eye reported thus far. I heard something real brief about SolarWinds today, and I never got a chance to look at it. I was doing the research that I needed for tomorrow's video and then getting ready for this one. I heard that on the news this evening, so I'm a little behind the times on that. Val Robinson, politics and greed on the loose. Yeah, pretty much. Again, somebody else had mentioned it, and I told you about the video that I'm putting up tomorrow. There's, according to many doctors, there's already a solution for this whole thing. It's just they don't want to put that one out because pharmaceutical companies can't make trillions of dollars by having a new solution. This is a money grab, guys. That's all it is. All right. CMAX Ice Age Farmer explains how the SolarWinds deal. Yeah, I mean, that will be where I get my news. Like I said, I just didn't have time today. I mean, I love watching his stuff because, man, he gets some fabulous detail that, I think for a guy his age, it's like, where the hell do you get all this information? But yeah, no, definitely one of the best places to get info out there. What do we got? 7-Up and Mentos. Yeah, there we go. Prepping 101, city states, thinking Spartan days or Athens, all the same country, but divided by city territory. Yeah, we might have some of that, okay? Especially in states like, Pennsylvania or, again, Chicago, any Wisconsin be another good example, or Michigan, Detroit is solid red, or solid blue. The rest of the state is pretty red. Michigan, I can't talk tonight. Wisconsin, same thing. You got Madison and Milwaukee are solid blue, and the rest of the state is red. So you may have those city states. So we'll see what happens. Somebody just said something about living in Texas and a new beginning. Your only state that can leave the union when you decide, and it still puts place. That's not true. Okay. That is not, you can't just say, Texas can't come up one day and say we're leaving the United States. Sorry, no, that's not true at all. Yeah, Broussard Homestead, the same one who makes you sick is the one who sells the cure. Yeah, isn't it kind of interesting that the shot that's going around Peru and Brazil was made in China? And now all the Peruvians don't want it because it's making them sick. So very interesting there. Yeah, Patriot Sandwich Maker, exactly. If secession were that easy, Texas would have left a long time ago. Exactly. Okay. Liz, what's my favorite Chicago baseball team? Been a Cubs fan all my life. Okay, no doubt. I go back to the days of Don Kessinger and Ron Santo. So that's far enough back for you. And of course, Harry Carey, so you can't miss that. Even when Harry Carey was with the Sox, says, all right. What do we got here? We the people prepping, people need to do like I do and raise rabbits for meat in the coming SHTF. You're right. Just be careful of rabbit starvation. You need some fats too. So, Lori Austin, Firefly Farm. Bill Gates said he's not taking it? Really? Okay. I have no idea, I mean, the thing I always laugh about is, he's so much in favor of population control, yet for some reason he has a kid. So between the two of them, man, that had to be an ugly sight that night. Let's see, where are we? Lisa Suburban Prepper, my favorite Christmas movie. Probably Die Hard. Yeah, those are my type of movies. All the corn, but I mean, forget the Hallmark Channel movies. I'm not watching any of those, but all the other goofy ones. But if you want to go into a traditional one, and this goes back to when I was a kid, the old I guess the Rankin Bass kind of claymation type Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with Burl Ives doing the narration. That would be my favorite one. Always was when I was a kid. I could still sit and watch it now. Don't have grandkids yet, but if I do, I know I'll be watching that. Where else are we? Yeah, Northern Girl Hobbies. Gates can have my share. Yeah, and the second part, yeah, I agree there too. Do you think Gray Man Prepping? Do I think insurance providers will drop the people that get vaxxed or don't get vaxxed? There's probably going to be some sort of rider in your insurance policy on it. Okay, but again, I think this is going to be a Supreme Court issue. It's going to get to be a constitutional right. Okay, that now you have insurance companies mandating what you have to do. Okay, you can still get covered if you are an anti-vaxxer and don't get the MMR shot. You can still get health insurance. So why would this one do it? If it, I haven't heard anybody say that, but if they do, I get a feeling that's going to be a lawsuit waiting to happen in a heartbeat. James, am I going to have snow weather, or I'm on a dirt? I'm on a paved road, and I've got a concrete driveway, concrete private road going up here, so paved road. So I don't need to worry about the potholes and stuff like that. So I'm good. Everything just flipped. Southernmost Illinois. Should I learn how to clean squirrels? Cleaning squirrels is actually easy. You just two little snips right behind the neck. Just trim them around all four paws. Grab in there and just pull. I mean, you literally have a squirrel cleaned in about 30, 45 seconds. Real simple to do. And there's tons of videos online on how to do it too. So the only thing is, don't go out catching squirrels unless you actually have squirrel season, because it is illegal. So be careful with that one, which I can't believe you need a squirrel season, but it's not like you can go out and practice. There's the issue. I am going to do a video. I've got everything I need. I keep wanting to do it on how to trap squirrels and how to, there's a little thing, if you guys don't know what it is, it's called an L7 snare. And I want to do a video to show you guys how to do it. It kind of goes into one I did a week or so ago on time management, because I can go feasibly put a bunch of these up. I could set 10 squirrel rabbit traps, and I could go set 10 fishing poles, and then I can go work in the garden and go back in a couple hours and see what I've got. If I've got a few fish and a few squirrels and I was out doing something else. So that's something I want to show you guys how to set up. It's been raining the last couple of days. I've got to get outside to do it. So plan on showing you guys that one. But then I'm not going to show you how to skin a squirrel. Somebody just said, other channels, there's all over the place, and I'd have to get a squirrel license to do it, and I'm not getting a squirrel license to do it. Let's see, squirrel season there. Yeah, well, yeah. Prepping 101 trap squirrels, all the nuts are in DC. Yeah, Tennessee Tactical air rifle for rabbits and squirrels. Yes, but that's my exact point. Okay, if you're sitting there trying to find, with an air rifle, looking for a squirrel, because God knows they're not always out, that's what you're doing. If I can set up 10 traps and I can set up 10 fishing poles and I'm working in my garden, my chances of catching a squirrel are 10 times better than yours, and I've got other stuff done at the same time. That's my point. What I made in that video is you got to learn to use your time wisely, use as much mechanical means of doing something as you can, so the things that you can only do by hand, that's what you're working on. Are you kidding? Crypto Night Dish wants you to pay $20 to watch Songbird. From everything Angry Prepper said, it's now worth it. Let's see. They're not squirrels, they're tree chickens. Okay. Leia, there's a good question. My wife and I were talking about this last night. Thoughts on the Russian boats by the UK? So this is interesting, because if you guys noticed yesterday, and I don't know how familiar you are with Russian military tactics, I'm assuming not too much. The Russian submarine base is up in Murmansk, which is up in northern Russia near Finland. And what was it, Saturday or Sunday, they launched, I think it was 4 ICBMs from northwestern Russia to targets in northeastern Russia. Okay, no, ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles. Nobody worried about it because the missiles were always in Russian airspace. But when they're practicing launching sub-based ICBMs, that's something to be very concerned about. And now you've got ships around England and stuff. There's a heightened awareness level, I've got to think right now, about what's going on with China, what's going on with Russia, and what's going on then with the United States and NATO. Okay. Uh, they're not going to tell us this, but we're not stupid. We all know tensions are high around the world. I've said before, if China does anything, they're going in through India. If Russia does anything, my guess is that they wind up going through England first and then on their way to Canada and the United States. That would be my guess. And they'll come in from a northern swoop. Gray man prepping squirrels are tasty. Yes, I've had squirrel, exactly, breaded with some gravy. That's pretty much how you eat squirrel. It's like anything else. You can barbecue it on a spit. I wouldn't recommend it, I guess. It was all right. Let's see what else you say. Patriot Preacher, my wife has said you could read audiobooks for a new career. I can't tell you how many times in my life, because my business is all on the telephone, so I spend all day on the phone. I cannot tell you how many times I've heard in my life that I should be on a radio show, so that I've got a voice for radio. I got a face for radio too, so beside the point. But tell her thank you. Liz Rambo says, mods, we may have a troll. Guys, sick 'em. Well, I guess it looks like I already got him. I guess Brickman Animations. Yeah, it's not a name I recognize. I love my mods. They're on it like stink on shit. Let's see what we got. Buena or Portillo? It's got to be Buena. But neither one of them are my favorite. But Buena's better than Portillo. Portillo used to be good, but Buena beef was better. And if you guys don't know what we're talking about, that's Italian beef sandwiches in Chicago. But those are the kind of the fast food type joints, not the mom and pop ones. Brickman, you're out of here. See ya. Just saying, am I related to Tiborosaurus Rex on YouTube? Not that no. I've watched a couple of his videos. Don't know how. What, could we both have a beard? I don't know. Yeah, Lisa Suburban Prep, her husband was saying all kinds of cyber hack-ins this week across the country. Well, y'all saw the one Monday morning where everything Google was down worldwide. And I mean, YouTube, Google, Gmail, the whole 9 yards for about an hour. And then before we went on today, I didn't even notice this, but I guess Google Mail or Gmail was down for about 3 hours today. I didn't even realize it. So, CMAX, word is we took out 50,000 Chinese off our shores this week. No one's covering it though. Took out as in like removed from the country, or took out as in took out? I'm guessing you're talking about removed from the country, but yeah, I mean, no, I haven't heard a word about that. That would be very interesting. Boy, the mods are going crazy. We got another one here, huh? Let's see. Eric, do I think they'll go door to door to force the shot to those who haven't gotten it yet, a year or so down the road? Again, this goes right back into what I was saying about enforcing stuff. There's literally no way to do it. I mean, my little county, 19,000 people, okay? And it's rural. We're spread all over the place. How many people would it take and how long would it take to go to, let's say each household has a family of 4, okay? That's what, 4,700 houses? How many people would it take to go to 47 houses or 4,700 houses in my little county? If you had 100 people, they would have to go to 47 houses apiece to do that. How long is that going to take? And people aren't home and et cetera. It's just not logistically possible. I mean, how many people would you need to go through Houston, Texas? Population, 16 million to do that? Yeah, we need to make an appointment for your shot. It's, 2032. I mean, it reminds me of an old Russian joke. Okay, guy goes in to buy a car and signs all the paperwork and everything like that, and the car dealer says to him, he goes, "Well, we can deliver this on January 18th, 2027." And the buyer of the car says, "Morning or afternoon?" And the car dealer says, "Why? What does it matter?" He goes, "The plumber's coming in the morning." That's pretty much the same idea. So, it's just not logistically possible. Oh God, another one here. Gershom Lit, go get him, guys. Sandy M, who do I think is doing the hacking? From what I heard on the Monday morning one, that was Russia. We'll see what happens there. Man, you guys are just having a field day kicking people out of here today. That's all right. Yeah, I mean, guys, don't give them any 30-second timeouts or anything like that. I don't give warnings here. One time banned. Okay, done. I have no time whatsoever for trolls. I mean, first time they piss you off, get rid of them. I don't care. I feel like whack-a-mole over here. I believe it. Well, you guys are doing good, so thank you. But yeah, don't just nix them. No warnings, no nothing. You don't like it, just kick them out. The Google overlords are on us. What else is new? Moderators, well done tonight. Moderators always doing good. Oh, and I just noticed it's 9 o'clock, guys. Did anybody know if there's another show? If there's not, I can go on a little bit more if you guys want me to. Otherwise, I can let you guys go where you need to go. I can do another 10, 15 minutes if we want. I'll wait till you all answer that one. Prepping 101 says, Prepper Tribe and Prepping for Life at 9 o'clock. Okay, guys, let me let you get out of here. I don't want to step on anybody else's toes. We're all the community, and I don't want to do it. If there was nothing else, I'd keep going. Thank you all for everything this evening, for being here, for the donations. I will be buying some toys, and I will obviously get you a video when we drop all those off. And I'll probably cry in that one too. So thanks much, guys. Have a good night. Love y'all. Pinball out.